Welcome to a journey through the world of occult symbolism, where hidden meanings and secret messages are woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. For centuries, researchers and enthusiasts have uncovered mysterious symbols embedded in art, architecture, and even corporate logos. These symbols often serve as coded messages, representing secret agendas or esoteric knowledge that only a select few are meant to understand. Today, we'll explore how these symbols have persisted across cultures and eras from ancient Egypt to modern America and why they continue to fascinate and provoke curiosity. Let's begin by understanding what makes a symbol a cult and why these images hold such power. Manly P. Hall, a renowned scholar of mysticism, described symbols as prophetic forms, mysterious patterns that create vortices in the invisible world. He believed that these images are centers of powerful force, capable of releasing immense energies when properly formed. This idea suggests that symbols are not just artistic expressions but active agents in shaping reality. Throughout history, secret societies and occultists have revered symbols for their ability to conceal and reveal knowledge, acting as gateways to deeper understanding. As we move forward, keep in mind that every symbol we encounter may carry layers of meaning, both seen and unseen. Heraldry is a key thread in the tapestry of occult symbolism. Across continents from Africa to Europe and beyond, heraldic emblems have been used to signify power, lineage, and secret agendas. Even the ancient Egyptians used the Seraph emblem to indicate the reach of a regime, often carved onto ivory tags attached to goods. These early symbols evolved into the hieroglyphs we recognize today. The use of heraldic imagery continues in modern times, often hidden in plain sight within national seals, corporate logos, and family crests. Understanding heraldry helps us decode the messages that have been passed down through generations. The snake is one of the most enduring and controversial symbols in occult traditions. Revered by Freemasons and occultists as a figure of salvation and wisdom, the serpent appears in countless myths and rituals. H.P. Blavatsky, a prominent theosophist, equated the serpent with divine knowledge, while critics argue that it represents deception and evil, as seen in biblical narratives. Manly P. Hall described the snake as the prototype of the universal savior, bringing knowledge and the realization of good and evil. This duality makes the snake a potent symbol, embodying both enlightenment and danger depending on one's perspective. Freemasonry is rich with architectural symbolism, such as the use of pillars representing classical orders and the double-headed eagle crowned at the top. Latin phrases like Deus meum cuius, meaning God and my right, are inscribed on Masonic emblems, signifying both divine authority and personal sovereignty. These mottos, along with others like Spes me in Dio est and In hoc signo vinces, are woven into the rituals and regalia of secret societies. Critics argue that some of these phrases have connections to darker traditions, but within Freemasonry they are seen as affirmations of faith and purpose. The Bicyene, or large grass snake, is a striking symbol in Italian heraldry, famously associated with the Visconti family for nearly 1,000 years. Depicted as a serpent devouring a human, often a child, the Bicyene appears in the crests of Milan, the Sforza family, and even in modern logos like Alfa Romeo and Inter Milan. Its origins are debated, with some tracing it to Saracen influences. For occultists, the snake represents knowledge, while in biblical tradition, it often symbolizes evil. The Bicyene's enduring presence in European iconography highlights the complex interplay between power, heritage, and esoteric meaning. Janus, the Roman god with two faces, symbolizes beginnings, transitions, and duality. His image, often compared to the double-headed eagle, represents the ability to see both past and future. Janus is invoked at the start of harvests, marriages, and new ventures, embodying change and initiation. Freemasons and other secret societies reference Janus as a symbol of initiation into mysteries, marking the threshold between ignorance and enlightenment. In Christian scripture, true spiritual doors are opened by Christ, contrasting with Janus's role as a gatekeeper to esoteric wisdom. The enduring image of Janus reminds us of the power of transition and the allure of hidden knowledge. The vesica piscis is a geometric figure formed by the intersection of two circles of equal radius. Revered in both ancient and modern symbolism, it represents the union of opposites and the birth of new realities. Used in the construction of medieval cathedrals and found in corporate logos, the vesica piscis is linked to sacred geometry and the golden ratio. Freemasons and esoteric thinkers see it as a gateway to higher knowledge, with its proportions reflecting mathematical and spiritual harmony. Its recurring presence in art and architecture underscores the deep connection between geometry and the mysteries of existence. Occult symbolism is not confined to ancient artifacts or secret societies. It permeates modern fashion and pop culture. For example, Paris Hilton once walked a runway in a Masonic lodge, wearing black and white patterns and heart-shaped jewelry. The checkerboard floor, a staple in Masonic imagery, and the phrase, "as above, so below," reflect Hermetic principles about the correspondence between the universe and the individual. Fashion designers and celebrities often incorporate these motifs, consciously or not, reinforcing the presence of esoteric ideas in mainstream culture. This blending of style and symbolism invites us to look deeper at the messages behind what we wear. Founded in 1717, the United Grand Lodge of England is the heart of Freemasonry in Britain. Its headquarters in London is adorned with occult symbolism, including cherubim holding the Ark of the Covenant and Hebrew inscriptions meaning holiness to the Lord. The Latin phrase Audi Vinci Tace, listen, gain insight, be silent, reflects the Masonic emphasis on secrecy and selective revelation. The lodge's heraldic crest features intricate patterns and colors, each with its own esoteric significance. Understanding the symbolism embedded in such institutions helps us appreciate the depth and complexity of their traditions. The image of Columbia, a woman draped in the American flag and holding a torch, is a powerful symbol of liberty and enlightenment. Used in the logo of Columbia Pictures and as a personification of America, Columbia draws on ancient archetypes like Isis, Venus, and Ishtar. The torch she holds represents illumination and the pursuit of knowledge, while the rays of light evoke sun worship and the quest for spiritual awakening. Columbia's story is intertwined with the history of the United States, serving as a reminder of the ideals and aspirations that have shaped the nation. The seal of the Second French Republic features a goddess holding a fasces, surrounded by vases, lamps, and other symbolic objects. This figure echoes ancient icons like Isis and Semiramis, blending pagan and revolutionary imagery. The crown on her head resembles that of the Statue of Liberty, linking French and American symbols of freedom. Throughout history, goddess imagery has been used to represent ideals such as justice, fertility, and sovereignty. These symbols continue to influence modern art, politics, and culture, reminding us of the enduring power of myth and archetype. The Paramount Pictures logo, with its mountain peak surrounded by stars, is more than just a corporate emblem. The mountain resembles a pyramid, a shape revered in esoteric traditions for its connection to spiritual ascent and enlightenment. The stars, often interpreted as pentagrams, add another layer of occult meaning. Throughout history, mountains have been seen as sacred places, sites of divine revelation and ritual. In the context of Hollywood, these symbols reflect the industry's fascination with mystery, power, and the pursuit of higher knowledge. Modern celebrities like Jay-Z often incorporate occult and Masonic symbolism into their fashion and branding. His Rocawear clothing line features images such as the Eye of Horus, snakes, and phrases like Master Builder. These motifs are not accidental, they draw from centuries-old traditions and signal affiliation with certain philosophies or secret societies. The use of sacred geometry, checkerboard patterns, and esoteric slogans in pop culture reflects a broader trend of mainstreaming occult ideas. Whether as a form of rebellion, identity, or marketing, these symbols continue to captivate and provoke discussion. The Ouroboros, a serpent or dragon eating its own tail, is a powerful symbol of eternity, self-renewal, and the unity of all things. Found in alchemy, Gnosticism, and Freemasonry, the Ouroboros represents the cyclical nature of existence and the quest for spiritual transformation. In alchemical texts, it is linked to the philosopher's stone and the process of turning base matter into gold. The image of the Ouroboros reminds us that endings are also beginnings, and that true wisdom lies in understanding the interconnectedness of all life. The all-seeing eye, often depicted within a triangle, is one of the most recognizable symbols in both ancient and modern iconography. In Egyptian mythology, it is the Eye of Horus, representing protection and divine insight. In Freemasonry, it symbolizes the watchful eye of the great architect of the universe. The all-seeing eye appears on the US dollar bill and in countless corporate logos, signifying enlightenment, vigilance, and sometimes surveillance. Its widespread use underscores the enduring fascination with the idea of hidden knowledge and unseen forces guiding human affairs. Occult rituals and symbolism have found their way into popular music videos and performances. Artists like Rihanna and Lady Gaga often use imagery such as horns, checkerboard patterns, and ritualistic scenes to convey themes of transformation, control, and rebellion. These visuals draw from a deep well of esoteric tradition, blending ancient symbols with modern storytelling. While some see these as mere artistic choices, others interpret them as deliberate references to secret societies and hidden agendas. The line between entertainment and initiation becomes blurred, inviting viewers to question the true meaning behind the spectacle. Some researchers argue that the entertainment industry uses occult symbolism to allude to mind control and psychological manipulation. The concept of monarch programming, based on trauma-induced dissociation, is said to be reflected in music videos and performances through imagery of cages, masks, and fragmented identities. These themes echo historical practices of ritual abuse and the breaking of the human spirit for control. While the evidence is often circumstantial, the recurring motifs of fragmentation, duality, and submission in pop culture raise important questions about the influence of media on the collective psyche. Music videos and performances sometimes glorify war and power through the use of military imagery and occult symbols. For example, Rihanna's Hard video features desert landscapes, military uniforms, and references to authoritarian regimes. The blending of pop culture with symbols of violence and control reflects broader societal trends, where entertainment becomes a vehicle for promoting certain ideologies. The use of pentagrams, eagles, and other powerful icons serves to reinforce messages about dominance, rebellion, and the struggle for freedom. Lady Gaga's music videos, such as Bad Romance, are rich with occult and ritualistic symbolism. Scenes of abduction, submission, and transformation are interwoven with references to secret societies and the dark side of fame. The use of masks, horns, and ritual dances evokes ancient mysteries, while the narrative of being sold into slavery mirrors real-world concerns about exploitation in the entertainment industry. Gaga's embrace of these themes challenges viewers to confront the hidden forces at play in the pursuit of success and recognition. Modern pop culture increasingly incorporates symbols related to transhumanism and the merging of humans with technology. In music videos and performances, motifs such as robotic movements, technological enhancements, and the blending of human and machine imagery reflect a fascination with the future of humanity. These symbols often carry both utopian and dystopian connotations, raising questions about the ethical and spiritual implications of technological advancement. The intersection of occult symbolism and transhumanist themes suggests a deeper exploration of what it means to be human in an age of rapid change. The Phrygian cap, a soft red conical hat, is a powerful symbol of liberty and revolution. Originating in ancient Phrygia, modern-day Turkey, it was adopted by freed slaves in Rome and later became an emblem of the French and American revolutions. The cap appears in national seals, revolutionary art, and even on the U.S. Army seal. Its association with freedom from tyranny and the pursuit of justice has made it a recurring motif in political and esoteric iconography. The Phrygian cap's journey from ancient ritual to modern symbol highlights the enduring human quest for liberation. Ahura Mazda, the supreme god of Zoroastrianism, is often depicted as a bearded figure within a winged disc. This image, found in ancient Persian art, symbolizes wisdom, protection, and divine authority. The influence of Zoroastrianism extends into Western esoteric traditions, with concepts like dualism, judgment, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. The winged disc motif has been adopted by various secret societies and appears in architectural ornamentation around the world. Understanding Ahura Mazda's symbolism provides insight into the cross-cultural exchange of spiritual ideas. Latin American nations have embraced the Phrygian cap and other revolutionary symbols in their national crests. The Argentine coat of arms features a rising sun, a handshake, and the Phrygian cap atop a staff, representing unity, liberty, and enlightenment. The Cuban crest includes a key, palm tree, and pentagram, each with its own esoteric significance. These symbols reflect the influence of European revolutionary ideals and the enduring power of solar imagery as a metaphor for hope, renewal, and national identity. The fleur-de-lis, or lily flower, is a stylized emblem associated with French royalty, the Merovingians, and various noble families. Its origins trace back to ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Greece, where it symbolized purity, sovereignty, and divine right. The fleur-de-lis appears in coats of arms, religious art, and even architectural details. Its enduring appeal lies in its elegant form and rich layers of meaning, representing both spiritual aspiration and worldly power. Today, the fleur-de-lis continues to be a symbol of heritage and identity in regions like Quebec and Louisiana. Labyrinths are ancient symbols of transformation and spiritual journey. Found in Greek mythology, medieval cathedrals, and modern spiritual practices, the labyrinth represents the winding path to enlightenment. Walking a labyrinth is seen as a metaphor for the soul's journey through life's twists and turns, seeking unity with the divine. In occult traditions, the labyrinth is linked to the goddess, the sun, and the quest for hidden knowledge. Its presence in both sacred and secular spaces highlights the universal appeal of the search for meaning and transcendence. Sacred geometry is the study of patterns and shapes that are believed to hold spiritual significance. The flower of life, composed of 19 interlocking circles, is a central motif in this tradition. It is said to contain the blueprint of creation and the fundamental forms of space and time. The Metatron's cube, derived from the flower of life, incorporates Platonic solids and is seen as a map of the universe. While some view sacred geometry as a path to mystical insight, others see it as a testament to the mathematical beauty of nature. Fractals are self-similar patterns found throughout nature, from tree branches to snowflakes. The golden spiral, based on the Fibonacci sequence, is another example of mathematical beauty in the natural world. These patterns are celebrated in sacred geometry for their perceived connection to the divine order of the universe. While some attribute mystical significance to these forms, others appreciate them as evidence of the underlying harmony in creation. The study of fractals and spirals bridges the gap between science and spirituality, inviting us to marvel at the complexity and elegance of the cosmos. Metatron's cube is a complex geometric figure derived from the flower of life. It contains 13 circles connected by straight lines, forming the outlines of all 5 Platonic solids. In Kabbalistic tradition, the tree of life is mapped onto the flower of life, representing the structure of creation and the path to spiritual enlightenment. These symbols are used in meditation, art, and architecture, serving as tools for contemplation and self-discovery. The interplay between geometry and mysticism in these designs reflects humanity's enduring fascination with the mysteries of existence. The all-seeing eye has been adopted by numerous corporations, including Time Warner, AOL, and others. Its presence in logos is often interpreted as a nod to surveillance, enlightenment, or hidden control. In ancient Egypt, the Eye of Horus symbolized protection and royal power, while in modern times it has become a shorthand for conspiracy theories and secret societies. The recurring use of the all-seeing eye in branding reflects both its visual impact and its deep-rooted associations with mystery and authority. Osiris, the Egyptian god of the afterlife, is a central figure in both ancient mythology and modern occult traditions. His story of death, resurrection, and judgment influenced later religious and esoteric systems. The myth of Osiris, Isis, and Horus embodies themes of sacrifice, rebirth, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. The symbolism of the eye, the pyramid, and the phallus in Egyptian art has been adopted by secret societies as representations of spiritual ascent and hidden wisdom. The legacy of Osiris continues to shape our understanding of life, death, and the quest for immortality. Jacob's ladder, described in the book of Genesis, is a powerful symbol of spiritual ascent and the connection between heaven and earth. In Masonic and occult traditions, the ladder represents the journey toward enlightenment, with each rung symbolizing a step in personal or spiritual development. The ladder is often depicted with 3 virtues: faith, hope, and charity. Its presence in rituals and iconography underscores the universal desire to bridge the gap between the material and the divine, and to seek higher understanding through perseverance and virtue. The cube is a symbol of stability, perfection, and the material world. In Freemasonry, the rough ashlar unshaped stone represents the initiate, while the perfect ashlar cube symbolizes the perfected individual. The process of shaping the stone mirrors the journey of self-improvement and enlightenment. The cube also appears in religious architecture, such as the Kaaba in Mecca, and in esoteric diagrams. Its geometric simplicity and symbolic depth make it a powerful emblem of transformation and the pursuit of higher ideals. Secret codes and ciphers have long been used by secret societies to protect their knowledge and communicate discreetly. The Masonic cipher, developed in the early 1700s, assigns letters to geometric shapes, making messages readable only to initiates. Other ciphers, like the Rosicrucian code, further illustrate the importance of secrecy and initiation in esoteric traditions. The use of codes is not just about hiding information. It's also about creating a sense of belonging and shared identity among members of a group. The Maltese cross is a symbol of the Knights of Malta, an order with a long history of political and religious influence. The cross's 4 arms represent prudence, temperance, justice, and fortitude. The Knights have been involved in significant historical events, from the Crusades to modern humanitarian efforts. The caduceus, a staff with two entwined snakes, often appears alongside the Maltese cross, symbolizing healing, duality, and the transmission of knowledge. These symbols reflect the complex interplay between faith, power, and service in Western history. The Royal Arch degree in Freemasonry introduces the triple tau, an ancient emblem with deep esoteric significance. The triple tau is said to represent the union of different traditions and the pursuit of hidden wisdom. In Masonic rituals, it is associated with the revelation of divine names and the synthesis of spiritual truths. The use of Hebrew and other sacred languages in these ceremonies underscores the universal quest for meaning and the blending of diverse cultural influences in the search for enlightenment. The influence of the Knights Templar and other secret societies on American history is a subject of much debate and speculation. Legends suggest that Templars fled persecution in Europe and brought their knowledge to the New World, leaving traces in architecture, symbolism, and even the founding of cities. The Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland, with its intricate carvings and astronomical alignments, is often cited as evidence of Templar and Masonic connections. Whether fact or myth, these stories highlight the enduring fascination with hidden histories and the search for lost wisdom. The image of the goddess, often blindfolded and holding scales, is a universal symbol of justice, balance, and impartiality. In ancient Egypt, Ma'at weighed the hearts of the dead, while in modern courts, Lady Justice presides over the law. The use of goddess imagery in legal and civic contexts reflects the enduring belief in higher principles guiding human affairs. The symbolism of the sword, scales, and blindfold reminds us of the ideals of fairness, truth, and the pursuit of justice in society. Saturn, the ancient god of time and harvest, is associated with the black cube in occult symbolism. The cube represents material reality, limitation, and the boundaries of existence. In various traditions, Saturn is linked to discipline, authority, and the cycles of life and death. The black cube appears in religious sites, corporate logos, and esoteric diagrams, serving as a reminder of the constraints and challenges that shape human experience. The symbolism of Saturn and the cube invites contemplation of the balance between order and chaos, freedom and restriction. Geometric alphabets, created by rotating and transforming letters into abstract shapes, have been used in occult sigils and magical scripts for centuries. These alphabets encode messages and intentions, serving as tools for meditation, ritual, and communication with the unseen. The process of creating a sigil involves distilling a desire or concept into a unique symbol, believed to carry the power of the original intent. The use of geometric alphabets highlights the creative and transformative potential of language and symbol in esoteric practice. Many U.S. state seals incorporate esoteric symbols, such as the all-seeing eye, Latin mottos, and fasces. The Colorado State Seal, for example, features the Eye of Providence, mountains, and mining tools, along with the phrase nil sine nummi, nothing without divine will. These motifs reflect the influence of classical, Masonic, and revolutionary ideals on the founding of American institutions. The use of symbols in official emblems serves to communicate values, aspirations, and a sense of shared heritage. The New Jersey State Seal features the Phrygian cap, goddess figures, and agricultural symbols, reflecting the state's revolutionary heritage and commitment to liberty and prosperity. The cap, held by the figure of liberty, signifies freedom from oppression, while the goddess series represents abundance and the importance of agriculture. The use of classical and revolutionary imagery in state seals underscores the enduring influence of ancient symbols on modern governance and identity. The pelican feeding its young is a symbol of self-sacrifice and resurrection, adopted by the Rose Croix degree in Freemasonry. In Christian mysticism, the pelican represents Christ's sacrifice, while in alchemy it symbolizes the transformation of base matter into spiritual gold. The image of the pelican appears in art, jewelry, and Masonic regalia, serving as a reminder of the virtues of charity, renewal, and the pursuit of higher ideals. The New York State Seal features the blindfolded goddess of justice, the goddess of liberty, and a rising sun. These symbols represent the ideals of fairness, freedom, and hope for a brighter future. The use of classical imagery in state seals connects modern governance to ancient traditions, reinforcing the values that underpin society. The rising sun, in particular, is a powerful metaphor for renewal, enlightenment, and the promise of new beginnings. Throughout history, symbols have served as a universal language, conveying ideas that transcend words and cultures. From ancient emblems to modern logos, the power of symbolism lies in its ability to reveal and conceal, to inspire and provoke. Whether used for spiritual enlightenment, political revolution, or personal expression, symbols continue to shape our understanding of the world. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, recognizing and interpreting these hidden messages empowers us to see beyond the surface and engage more deeply with the mysteries that surround us.